Well, the clock is ticking for South Africa to prove that it should not be greylisted. A delegation headed by National Treasury will meet this week in Morocco to discuss what is being done to avoid the greylisting. South Africa will have to convince the Intergovernmental Financial Action Task Force that it has strengthened laws against money laundering and terrorist financing. It's a very important story, and Heidi Giokos has the details.
It's a big week for South Africa as it will be showcasing the measures put in place to avoid being greylisted. The Financial Action Task Force has been watching South Africa for some time as the country is seen to be high risk for money laundering and funding of terrorism.
I do believe that government is trying to find a way to alleviate the need for us to be greylisted. Certainly, they have been trying to rush through a number of legislative pieces in the last couple of months to convey the message that they are indeed trying to tackle the illicit flows into and out of the country, which is the main reason why the country runs the risk of being greylisted. There's a fear that we have dropped our guard with regard to illicit flows of money, be it for trade or for other purposes, and that this has been linked to an escalation of corrupt practices.
Should the country be greylisted, it will increase local companies' cost of doing business with international partners. It will also further dent the country's reputation. One political economist believes it's high time the government got its house in order, as illicit cash flow is costing the economy.
It's up to 7% of GDP, according to Treasury, flows out, and then there's illicit flows. And then, in my view, there's all the activities that happen in banks that are quite dubious, and the current central bank and Treasury let them get away with it. I think greylisting might be required to force a much tighter regime that is in everyone's interest.
South Africa has already been given a lifeline. A decision on the greylisting was meant to be made in October last year, but it's been extended to February. Heidi Giokos in Johannesburg.